All right, since you guys liked that last video where I talked about the Lyft rental program, I'm going to be giving you just some more blunt information on how that whole process works. All right, so for starters, this program allows you to rent a vehicle from Lyft, right? Lyft partners with Hertz in my area. It could be different in your area. They could be partnered with another company, but essentially they're partnered with a rental company. You as a Lyft partner, right? Because you're not employed by Lyft unless you live in Mass, which I live in Mass, so you're technically earning an hourly guarantee. I have a video talking about that, but you can rent a vehicle and you can essentially get that vehicle for free as long as you fulfill certain requirements. Now, in some states, the ride requirements are kind of high. In my state, as long as I generate $356 a week on Lyft, it's essentially free, right? So the way the Lyft program works, for anyone who's never gone into the app and read through the whole, like all the documents, the way it works, you go in, once you already get your vehicle, right? You have to go to it's usually a major city. So I had to go to Boston for mine, which is like 45 to an hour away. I went to the Hertz. I went in there. They asked for a deposit. So my deposit was $300. That's what they keep in case anything goes wrong with the car. That's the money that they pull from, right? So if you return the car where it's dirty or maybe damaged or whatever, after they do they do an initial inspection, and then they do a inspection when you return the car. So if there's anything wrong, they deduct that from the 300, and that's it. I got my full 300 back when I dropped it off. I took care of the car. I kept it clean. Luckily, I have like a little vacuum too to help me out. But yeah, so once you have the vehicle, every single week on the plan that I was on an unlimited miles plan, right? What that means is there's no freaking limits. There's no catch, nothing like that. I wanted the e-vehicle, which is a little bit more. It's probably like, I don't know, 20, 30 more. And yeah, I got the e-vehicle. I got to test out an e-vehicle for, I think, 16 weeks, right? And this all happened kind of like, it worked out for me because I needed to take care of some things with my regular car. So it was good that I got the rental, but it got way too expensive. 300 something a week. That's almost 1,200 a month. Sometimes 15 if you don't do rides at all, right? Now, there's like a little stigma, right? Where, oh, you're renting a vehicle from Lyft. You can only do Lyft rides. Well, a lot of some people in the comments on the other video where I talked about my experience renting from Lyft, they were talking about that. One dude said that you're only allowed to do Lyft rides. Well, if you're trying to hit the bonuses, yeah, because when you rent a vehicle, you get two bonuses. So you get the standard bonus as if you're driving your regular car, and then you also get the because I got an e-vehicle, I got an EV rental bonus. Essentially comes out to 300 that you can get back. So if you couldn't pay the 356, you can get it to $56 because it's $300 in bonuses that you can qualify for. But if you're already doing that many rides, you're gonna hit both bonuses regardless, and then you're gonna make more to the point where you don't even have to owe money. So if you don't do any rides at all, you have to pay out of your bank account that $356 for the e-vehicle, unlimited miles, right? I saw a comment on my video talking about how people should do Lyft, right? When you have these rentals, but also do other side gigs, right? It just makes sense like that. And that's what I did for some, if not most of the time that I had the vehicle. There were times where I paid the $356, but I was doing very well on the side gig, which I was doing Spark, and it eventually just came out of that, right? So it did feel good when I did Lyft because one, I accumulate sick time and I accumulate like an hourly guarantee because I'm in Mass. But I'm not a fan of Lyft, so I ended up doing Spark for most of the time. But is it worth it? It sucks. I'm 4 minutes into it. I wanted to put this in the beginning, but is it worth it? For me, it's not, because I pay for my vehicle that I have right now. I drive a Ford Fusion. I'm making payments on it. Around the time that I got the rental, I wanted to try the rental for like 3 weeks. I didn't know, but my registration for this vehicle was expiring in like 2 weeks, right when I got the rental. So before I can renew my registration, I had tolls that I accumulated the year before from doing Lyft. So the year before, I was doing Lyft pretty heavy for like 2 months, 3 months. I was going to Boston pretty much every weekend. And I accumulated a lot of tolls. It was around $1,200 in tolls. So I had to pay that off. It took a couple weeks because I didn't want to just drop $1,200 right then and there on tolls. But because I had the EV rental through Lyft, that saved my ass. So this car, yes, I'm still paying monthly for it, but the timing that I had it wasn't, I didn't even plan it like that. It just worked out like that. So I got lucky. But if you own a vehicle and you're making car payments or you're leasing a vehicle, I don't think the program is good for you, because you're either trading your time or your money, right? You're trading the whatever money it is. I think the lowest plan that they had was like $250, $270, but they cap you on miles. I don't care. I don't want to be capped. I don't want to be controlled on miles. So I personally got unlimited miles. I live right next to the charger, so I just plug it in every night, and I was good to go, right? So, and for those of you who think you really save money on e-vehicles, you do and you don't. If you do superchargers, like if you have a Tesla and you do superchargers, you're going to be paying more than what you're going to be paying for like a gas vehicle. Because superchargers, they charge extra because it's convenient spot. And then depending on the time of day, there's surge pricing. So if it's a busy time that you're trying to charge, they're going to charge more per kilowatt. So keep that in mind if you're getting an e-vehicle, okay? It is cheaper if you're charging at home, especially if you have a charger at your home, right? I live right next to a garage, so I pay every night. I think a full charge would be like $15. And that'll bring me to like 270 miles, right? So that's as if you're getting gas for like $2.70, essentially, right? So, and I only did the math because I got gas today and it was 272 or something like that. And I think I put in 15, right? And it gave me that mileage. That's, I'm not a math whiz, I promise. But yeah, if you own a vehicle, not worth getting the Lyft rental, because you're just going to be either doing rides when you probably don't want to do rides, or you're going to be spending that money every single week. And it does come out to a lot. The insurance is like, they offer you they give you basic insurance, but you can pay extra for like in case you get in an accident, whatever. I didn't put that on. I'm not forking out an extra $50 a week, $200 a month for insurance. That's not even my car, you know. I'll take the risk, whatever. So sometimes in life you got to take risks, but I'm trying to think